and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today there's going to be a pair of wide receivers looking to make big plays on the field. It's the Falcons going up against the Saints. And we'll take you out to the Georgia Dome for this matchup.
The Falcons are back deep, waiting for the kick return. And Thomas Morstead looks ready to get this one underway. And with that kick, these two rivals are ready to go. Catches it at the 2 and starts his return. And he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down. Stafford's the man in charge of the offense here today. Just look at his numbers. And look how many times he's found the end zone this year by air. More than any other quarterback in the league.
Matt Stafford has shown many people that he has all the talent to get it done on the field. But what he's got to start doing now is leading the football team. You not only got to play well as a quarterback, but you got to lead the players and make them better too. Now look at all these great tight ends in the NFL now. It makes me think of the NBA. These are power forwards who said to heck with that. They want to be pass catchers, and they're good at it.
First down at the 40. Edelman with the reception. He's brought down at the 46.
You got to be able to adjust when you run these drag routes across the field. The throw cannot always be right on target. Can you reach behind, make the catch, and keep going full speed? That's the sign of a good receiver.
2nd and 4. Gurley makes the grab. Gurley's tackled down at the 32.
Running backs are such a big part of the pass game now in the NFL. Look at this play, able to take a short catch and get a long gain out of it. Nice job by the running back.
Gurley's taking the handoff. Here's our look at the Falcons offense. This is the highest scoring team in the NFL. The Falcons from the 32. Falcons now move the chains. And the flag is down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The defense will take the penalty.
The line of scrimmage right at the 24.
They bring in the extra tight end. Gurley's got it on the handle. Tackle made by Bird that time.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
It's an illegal block in the back, and they now will be backed up some yardage.
Yes, always remember as a blocker, you need to get your head in front of the defender, and you got to get your front shoulder in front also to make it legal.
Moreno tackled down.
There's no doubt time of possession can be an overrated stat in games many times, but one thing you want to do, throw and catch it just like this, and pick up those first downs and keep it going.
Moreno's hand at the football. Breaks the long one for the touchdown. And they've got a lead for themselves midway through the first thanks to that touchdown.
Yeah, it was a good drive that time. It had a little bit of everything in it, and it just gives you tremendous confidence as here we are halfway through the first quarter. Now you put the pressure on the other team.
The Falcons getting ready to kick it off. And a touchback. Breeze, of course, going to be the man at quarterback today. And he has more than 3,500 passing yards on the season.
Drew Brees, even though he's 6'1", he plays so much taller. Look at him. He has long arms, big hands, stands very tall when he throws the football. One of the reasons why he is spectacular when it comes to throwing the football from the pocket.
First down at the 20. Surveys. Launches it down the field and incomplete. Didn't get his feet down. Here's a look at the Saints offense. This is an efficient group. Last week, turning the football over just once. The Falcons lined up in the nickel. Here's Colston. Godfrey's there to make the stop.
Marcus Colston fits in perfectly with the New Orleans Saints passing game, able to use his body and his size to make some of those catches.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. They tackle him for a loss.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Second down at 11. Quick screen to Colston. Gains 13.
That's what you call a bullet pass. Very little space to throw the football into, but he gets it done. A lot of velocity, right on target.
First down at the 38. Met by Reed that time. And here's the Falcons defense. This is a ball-hawking unit that a week ago came up with 4 takeaways. The Saints will take the snap from the 35. Mark Ingram with the reception.
Arm strength is a nice thing to have when the window of opportunity is very small. Quarterbacks with strong arms can still fire it in there. Nice throw right on target by the QB.
First and 10. Makes the catch. Spillers tackled down after a gain of 5.
You can't play zone coverage against this quarterback. He knows it's zone, and he's going to find the open throwing lane, and he gets it done.
Watson split out wide on the left. Second down and 5. And Ingram ready to run off the screen.
Well, we see it more and more. Football's thrown behind the line of scrimmage. They do it that time. Nice catch, but a loss of yards on the play.
Loss of 4 on the play. Breeze is going to take it from the shotgun. Drew Brees trying to connect with Marcus Colston that time.
Saints don't have a lot of options on 3rd and long situations. The pass goes incomplete, and the defense did a good job of staying back there and not giving up the deep throw.
No doubt about it. Put 3 on the board. As we edge closer to the second quarter, they edge a little closer on the scoreboard with the successful kick.
Yeah, that was good for the team. It was a big confidence boost, and now they know they can do it on the offensive side. And now it's up to the defense to keep this thing going.
That return's good for about 26. The Falcons now ready to take over again on offense. They were successful on their previous drive, getting the ball all the way to the end zone. I'm sure they're looking for more of the same right now.
Oh, absolutely. That's what you always want. You want to find your way to the end zone, and so many people contributed on that last drive, and you got to give the coaches a lot of credit for putting the players in excellent position.
That penalty is, of course, going to be accepted by the defense. Falcons snap it at the 26. And it's hauled in. Going to take it the distance. The 10. Touchdown. Phil, we're lucky enough to be here for part of history. A new record for passing touchdowns in a single season.
You're right. We are lucky to see something like this. And just think of all the hard work the offense, the team, the organization, and especially the quarterback have put in to getting this done, and to do it on the field. It's a special moment.
The Saints getting set to return the kickoff. That's a touchback, and the ball will be spotted at the 20. The Falcons defense on that last series may have taken some positives out of only allowing a field goal.
Well, listen, I think 3 is better than 7. No question about that when you're talking about the defense, but they got some corrections to make. I think they did it on the sidelines, and this time they're looking to go out there and get a 3 and out. That was a power running play that time by the offense. It picked up some good yards. Nothing like it. Show the defense you're willing to get in there and slug it out and get some tough running yards.
The Saints have it at the 29. Handoff out of the I formation.
What a good job by the running back that time. He reads the blocks very well, and he picks his way through there and picks up a first down. That's nice.
1st and 10. They'll run with it again. They're all over him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 1.
The Falcons defense is so fast and so powerful. That time of the run play, they just overpower the offensive line, and they tackle the runner for a loss.
The Saints offense is still out there as we get the second quarter underway. Ingram lines up in the backfield. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. Charles is brought down after picking up 6 on this play.
Nice job that time by the tight end. Makes the catch, and you got to look out for him now in the NFL. Remember, they're usually the closest receiver to the quarterback. Quarterback gets in trouble, he's going to look for the tight end.
The Falcons and the Saints is one of those sneaky rivalry games in the NFL. There is a lot of, well, just downright hatred for one another when it comes to this matchup. Their fan bases, they wait all year long for these two matchups.
Well, they play in the same division. They play each other twice a year, and now they both turned into outstanding organizations. So the bad blood is there, and you know what I say, bad blood makes for good football.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
You took a few of these shots in your day. That's a late hit on the quarterback.
Yeah, nowadays these guys, I believe the quarterback is overprotected. To me, this is a bad call. The defensive player feel bad. All he's doing is his job, and he still gets penalized 15 yards.
Benjamin Watson makes the grab.
Well, when you keep chipping away with these short throws, sooner or later that defense is going to come up, and when they come up, that's when you throw it over the top.
Breeze now completed 4 in a row. And it's knocked down.
Things get tight down here in the red area. I got to give the defensive man a lot of credit, though. In position, sees the ball thrown, and is able to get that hand up there and knock it down.
Out of the shotgun. And Ingram's got it on the screen. Met by Reed that time.
Nice job that time by the offense getting the first down inside the red zone. And it's a good thing they got a quarterback with a strong arm, because you got to throw into some tight spots in the red zone.
1st and goal from the 3. And that's a big tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, my gosh, it is the worst thing you can do on the offensive side. This drives coaches crazy. When you get down near the goal line, you run the football and you lose yards. That's just not being tough enough.
C.J. Spiller runs it across for the touchdown. Here we are at just about the midway point of the second quarter, and with that touchdown, suddenly the gap between these teams isn't that big.
Boy, it changed in a matter of seconds, didn't it? And now, can the defense take advantage of this momentum shift and be excited, go out there and make some plays, and help this team maybe get in the lead before halftime?
And the tackle is made right around the 32-yard line. The Falcons on a quest for their 3rd straight scoring drive here, Phil. They've been having their way with that defense on these last few possessions.
Well, let me say this, Jim, it's not that easy to score points in the NFL, not the way they're making it look, and they're confident, they look like they're fast, they're fresh, they're rested. It's been fun to watch.
The Falcons are looking good so far, Phil, and a lot of that has to do with the passing game. Stafford's had a very solid opening half.
He sure has, and then people are getting open down the field, Jim, and he's right on target. He's feeling it, He is absolutely in the groove. I'm not going to say that was a good decision by the quarterback, but it will get the defense and wake them up and keep them alert to the fact that he is willing to throw the football down the field into some very risky cover.
Gurley's met after a gain of 8.
And it's 3rd and short. The defensive line, you got to guess. You got to think it's going to be a run play. I don't know what they were thinking. They let the offense just push them back, and they give up the first down. Good job by the offense, though.
And give that reception to A.J. Green.
Well, the quarterback has such great confidence in the receiver. And why not? He's talented, and every time the football's thrown his way, he finds a way to make the catch.
Flip to the outside. And a flag comes out.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
It's an illegal block in the back, and the coaching staff cannot be happy about this.
No, it's a bad decision, and most of all, it's dangerous. You can hurt players when you block them like that.
First down at the 39. Looking across the middle. White's tackled down after a gain of 7. That's his first reception today.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the open guy short. They get the completion. They still do not get the first down, though.
Stafford lines up in the pistol. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. That's a gain of 6.
Always good to have these types of runs. Hey, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
The Falcons snap it up at the 26. Gurley's tackled down after a gain of 2.
3rd and short. I don't know what you do anymore. I've given up. Do you throw it? Do you run it? Do you have that kind of faith in your offensive line? Well, the offense does. They run the football. Great job by the offensive lineman, giving that running back a chance to get that first down.
Pure determination. What a run. Touchdown. What a fine start to this game. Here we are late in the second quarter. They put up another touchdown, Phil.
Well, they got a nice lead. They like to take this in at halftime. And if you're the coach of the team that's leading at halftime, you know what you tell your players? Hey, guys, good job. Let's keep that going. You pat them on the rear and tell them how good they are because, hey, this has been a clinic so far in the first half.
Cooks is going to take a knee, so this will come out to the 20. The Saints offense ready to continue its recent run here as they've scored the last 2 times they've had it, Phil.
Well, let's look at it from the defensive side. You know, what do you think they're thinking? Oh, my gosh, what's coming next? Because everything the offense has tried so far has worked.
Reed runs him down and gets the sack.
Outside linebackers who can get to the quarterback, they are a rare breed in the NFL because it takes talent, size, speed, everything to do it as a linebacker. And we saw it that time on display.
Breeze in shotgun formation. Locked in on the football and has hold of it with 2 hands. And we've reached the 2-minute warning.
Holding. Offense. That penalty is declined.
Welcome back, and we're coming out of the 2-minute warning. The Saints get set at the line, needing to get to the 30 for a first. The Saints have it at the 24. The Saints will punt the football. We'll see what he can do here. And at the 37, he'll be brought down.
The Falcons know there's 3 parts to every football game: offense, defense, and special teams. What a play for the special teams here. Good punt return, good blocking. They get it done.
First down at the 37. Has his man.
The Falcons coaching staff has done a good job of mixing things up today on first down. The pass catches the defense off guard. They pick up solid yards. Now it's 2nd and short.
Stafford's completion percentage, 90% on the day. He's averaging about 4 yards a carry.
You're running back in this league and you pick up first downs and you don't fumble the football, I promise you one thing, you're going to get more carries.
The Saints with a nickel look here on defense. Now 1st and 10. Catch made by A.J. Green.
The Falcons coaching staff, they have been smart today. They are keeping everybody off balance, even me. I thought for sure they would run the football, but no, they come out on first down, they throw it, they pick up solid yards. Good job by them.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Boy, his head got yanked back the other way. An obvious face mask penalty, and that's a big one.
It's about safety of the players, too. That's why when you grab, hit the helmet in certain situations, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Don't grab the face mask.
That is how you draw it up, isn't it, Phil?
Oh, man, a quarterback loves guys that can make catches like this, and they're just so strong. They know how to zero in. They never lose concentration, and you never see him drop a pass.
And Kenny Vaccaro is in on the tackle.
The Saints defense, they really understand situational football. They know they're in the red zone. You can't give up plays. That time they give up the completion, but they rally to the football.
Atlanta in for the score. A new milestone has been established. A 60th touchdown pass of the season. And that touchdown figures to have them in a very comfortable spot heading into the halftime break.
Ooh, they are feeling good. There's no doubt about that. It's been a show of good offense here so far in the first half. And now what you got to do, halftime comes, you got to go in there and tell yourself to keep this going and keep the pressure on.
And no return here, so Breeze will start this drive from the 20. The Saints got absolutely nothing out of their previous possession, and here they are back on the field. Another 3 and out, I would have to think, would be very demoralizing to this team right now, Phil.
Yeah, it's going to be demoralizing to the offense, but I'll tell you who's going to be more demoralized is the defense, because they need to sit on the sidelines and get a little rest. So I know there's a lot of pressure on this offense right now.
We've reached halftime, and we'll be sending it back to our studio and Larry Ridley as we continue with the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be a touchback. The Saints offense trots out onto the field, looking to get into the end zone and see if they can turn the tide in this one, partner.
Well, the fact that they are losing this game so far, the sense of urgency is there on the offensive side. You know, you have many plays in that playbook. I think they need to try a few different ones here in the second half. When you run off tackle, one of the things you're looking for is for your tackle to make a good block. And then if you have a lead fullback, can he get past him and block the linebacker to free up the halfback so he can go in between them and get in the secondary and make a big play. Saints running back that time, he makes a bad decision. You can't be looking to make every play a big play when you're running the football. Look for a few yards, take advantage of that. He tries for the big play. What happens? He gets tackled for a loss.
And this will be incomplete. It'll be a 3 and out. Thomas Morstead will punt this one away. Looking to make a difference. Franklin's there to take him down.
The Falcons love this type of play. Of course, everybody would. When you get a good punt return, that's what you want. And, of course, it helps when you have an explosive punt returner back there.
Falcons are enjoying a dominant time here as they've stretched their lead out with 3 straight scoring drives and showing no signs of slowing down anytime soon.
As I watch this team, I sure don't see them slowing down. It's just everything they're doing has been right on both sides of the ball. And when it's going like this, take advantage of it and try to keep it going in the right direction.
Matthew Stafford from the shotgun. And the flag comes out.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And the illegal block in the back is going to move this team back.
Yeah, you know, Jim, the rule of thumb here is if you can read the name on the back of the jersey, don't block it.
2nd and 1. Launching it deep. And it's incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
Gurley's tackled down after a gain of 7.
The Falcons have really been dominant today on the offensive side. In the red zone now, they just take the football and they run it right at the defense and pick up solid yards.
2nd down, 3 for the first. And that's Lewis who almost had the pick.
It's a nice play that time by the defense. The offense is inside your red zone. You got to stop them from scoring. That was a good job of swatting the football away.
3rd and 3. Touchdown, Falcons. An eye-popping 21st touchdown catch of the year. That touchdown early in the 3rd quarter certainly gives them full command of this game, Phil.
Well, let me coach up the defense here, little Jim. What you did in that drive was just not good enough. Change your strategy. Be more aggressive. You're down in the game. We're in the second half. Now it's time to make things happen.
And no return here, so Breeze will start this drive from the 20. The Saints offense failed to muster a single first down the last time they had it. Let's see if their offense this time can create a few sparks.
Well, you know, the coaches were upset at them when they went to the sideline, so the sense of urgency is there. You should be fired up.
Intercepted. You thought maybe this offense would have come out of the locker room a little more focused, Bill, but they come out and continue with their mistakes. This time a pick.
I think they have the focus, Jim. I just think it's the fact that they're playing a very good football team. This offense, they're young. They need more experience. So just keep playing, and times will get better.
2nd down, even after the completion. Gurley's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back. Searching for space to the right.
All right, coaches, don't get greedy. Be decisive over there on the sideline. Do what's best for your football team. Keep getting those first downs and letting that clock just keep running. You got a big lead here in the second half. Don't take any chances.
And he's brought down by David Hawthorne.
Running backs, they love counter runs. They know when a defense has been over pursuing, so they make that fake one way, and when they cut it back, there's usually a great running lane there.
Midway into the 3rd, and it's batted down.
Good job that time by the defensive player. He reads the quarterback, gets in position, down near his own end zone, knocks that pass down.
The Falcons will look to get to the 13 to pick up a first. Catch made by Rob Gronkowski.
First down by the offense inside the red zone. Can the defense show them something different here and keep them from scoring a touchdown?
First and goal from the 8. Touchdown, Atlanta. That is the 25th touchdown catch of his career. This is going to be a true statement win for them today.
They are serving notice to the rest of the NFL that this is what they want to do the rest of the year, and that is be sharp on offense, be physical on defense, and this is what can happen. You can win in a blowout.
That'll be a touchback, and the ball will be placed at the 20. The Saints are set to take the field again on offense after a crazy sequence that didn't go their way. That turnover led to turnover points, And now let's see if the offense can get that back, Phil.
Yeah, listen, I know they're going to be motivated because after they turned the football over last time, the coaches took them to the sideline and just gave them heck, that's for sure. That's a good way of seeing it. So motivation, can't make those kind of mistakes. You got to go out there and be much better.
The Falcons defense now is going to go nickel. Breeze from the shotgun. That's a gain of 6. This is 3rd down. C.J. Spiller. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
Saints offensive coordinator, he has to be frustrated by that play. I think he calls the right play, but what happens? The run loses yards. That's just a bad job by the offensive line.
He's got a chance for a return. He's taken down at the 30. And a run back of about 13. Matthew Stafford getting ready for this next possession. He's been absolutely sensational today, Phil, showing us just how proficient he can be when he's in top form.
Some guys are so good that they can just do anything they want on the field because they have so much talent, and that's what we're witnessing here today. It's just a guy loaded with talent.
Falcons are in front thanks to their quarterback. Stafford's been unstoppable so far.
He has been unstoppable, hasn't he? And when your quarterback is hot, keep giving the football to him. They've done it, and he has rewarded the coaches.
A.J. Green is tackled down.
That's an awesome job by the offense, picking up this 1st down here in the 2nd half. They've got a big lead. It's not about scoring anymore. It's just about milking that clock, and that is an art, and this team is good at it.
Stafford's now completed 4 in a row. Brings it into his body. That's a gain of 8. That's reception number 4 for him. The Falcons have been quite good all season at throwing the football, and it's been another game like that today. Stafford's been efficient. He's been finding his targets, and he's getting it done.
He is showing why he's one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. When you take his talent and you put along with it great decisions, you get something special on the field.
The 4th quarter about to begin, and this game is well in hand.
It sure is. It's been just a total dominant performance, a blowout, whatever you want to say. And I give the team a lot of credit. They played well. They had a tremendous game plan. On the other side, it's only one game. Go back, start all over again, and this time next week, you could be the team that's on top.
Matthew Stafford will be under center. 1st down and 10. Another running play. The Falcons clearly wanted to try and run the football again today like they did last week. Gurley's coming off a big game, but it's been a struggle for him in this one.
It has been a struggle, but it's not his fault. The offensive line has to give him a chance, and also the defense is playing the run. They're crowding the line of scrimmage.
The margin is increased with another touchdown. Phil, we're early in the 4th, and they continue to keep the pedal to the metal.
Oh, absolutely. The offensive coordinator, he wants to pad the stats of his offense. Keep putting up those numbers in total yards and watch them rise in the rankings. And, hey, sometimes you got to do that is do what's good for the offensive coach.
And no return as this goes for a touchback. The Saints offense coming back onto the field here, desperately trying to avoid a repeat of their last drive when they had the quick 3 and out.
I'll tell you what, if they go 3 and out again, you know what's going to happen? Those defensive players are going to be looking at them as they come off the field. You put this back out there already, so it's important to get a drive, give your defense a little rest. The Saints have been awesome today on 1st down. That time it's a nice play design. They throw the football, it picks up solid yards. 2nd and short. Boy, that's what every offense likes to be in.
After the catch, it's now 2nd down and 1. Breeze is going to take it from the shotgun. Brings it in along the sideline.
Well, that'll make you feel a little better. Finally getting a first down. You're down big in the second half, and you're on the offensive side. Don't look for the quick score. Just look to pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
And it's a completion to Watson. That's his 4th catch of the day.
The Saints did a good job there on first down. That pass picks up some good solid yards. Now 2nd and short. Much easier to call those kind of plays.
Breeze completion percentage 70% on the day. And it's swatted away.
When you're going against a good quarterback and receiver in the NFL now, one of the ways to stop it is tight man-to-man coverage. You against him.
3rd and 1. Watson's got it, and a first.
All you can do is your job, and that was a good job by the offense, picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown.
Over the middle, and incomplete that time. Failing to complete that one, so 2nd down here. Dropping back 3. And it's incomplete. Just couldn't hold on to it after the hit. Falcons all season long have won the turnover battle, and today it's more of the same.
When you look at turnovers, it really, to me, comes down to one thing. That means you have a lot of speed on the defensive side. You can hit them before they are ready, and that's what they're doing here today.
Throws the pass. And Morgan's tackled down at the 36.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Roughing the passer call gives the offense 15 yards and a new set of downs.
Yeah, and it was a terrible roughing the passer that time. He absolutely took 2 steps before he hit the quarterback. You can see when he lets the ball go. When you see him let it go, pull up.
Josh Morgan makes the grab. That picks up 7.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
It's an illegal block in the back, and they now will be backed up some yardage.
Yes, always remember as a blocker, you need to get your head in front of the defender, and you got to get your front shoulder in front also to make it legal.
And they take him down.
Man, this defensive end, Jim, he is some talent. That time, good job, makes the move, shows the speed, and gets around there and gets the sack.
Loss of 4 on the play. The Saints take it from the 28. He'll throw it over the middle. And this goes incomplete as he was looking over the middle.
Well, I know this. When it comes to these situations, don't take a chance, because if you do, I promise you, it's going to backfire.
Breeze in shotgun formation. He's wide open for the grab. 6th catch today so far.
Well, you're really in a tough spot, but that is a good job picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. All you can do, just keep picking up those first downs. You hope it leads you to a score, and then you play the game from there.
Breeze completion percentage, 60% on the day. This will be the 11th play of the drive. Second and goal from the 8. The give out of the eye.
When you get 3rd and goal, a lot of times it just comes down to who's willing to fight the hardest. We'll find out here in a second.
Breeze has everybody split out wide for this snap. 3rd and goal at the 5. It's caught by Benjamin Watson.
Well, the quarterback showed off his arm strength that time, didn't he? He put the football right on the money, on a line, right into the receiver's hands.
The kick is good.
Well, even though they get the field goal that time, it's still disappointing. You get in that position, you'd like to score a touchdown.
kick is turned away, and the receiving team has it. Look at the numbers, Phil. This is a running back that struggled early, but since then has really found his rhythm.
Yeah, when the run game doesn't work, it just looks really ugly to everybody, to the team and the fans. But they stayed with it, and now this thing is starting to look, well, not pretty, but pretty good.
Taking off. No one's going to get him now. Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown.
There is nothing like getting a long running play for a touchdown. When you do, you just feel like you're stealing something. It takes good blocks, but most importantly, it takes a talented running back to get it done, and this team definitely has one.
And no return here, so Breeze will start this drive from the 20. Ingram lines up in the backfield. First down at the 20. Going to be a penalty here.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
It's an illegal block in the back, and the coaching staff cannot be happy about this.
No, it's a bad decision, and most of all, it's dangerous. You can hurt players when you block them like that.
The Saints have it at the 29. Gets it out for the completion. There's a flag right there.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Grabbing the face mask. We see it almost once a week, and here it happens again.
Well, a lot of times these defenders, I'll give them a little slack because they're running so fast. They're trying to tackle some tremendous athletes in open space, and sometimes accidentally you're going to grab the face mask.
That's second down coming up. Spillers lined up outside on the right. Breeze back in shotgun formation. Pass is intercepted. This is going to be an interesting week of practice for this offense as they'll try to put this performance behind them. But here's one last interception for them to try to get over.
Well, if I was the head coach of this football team, I'd give him a little pep talk when the game is over, that he knows better times are ahead, and I would not even walk.
Taking it all the way home for the touchdown.
Anytime you see a long run for a touchdown, what you got to look for is blocking downfield. Nice job by the wide receivers and everybody hustling, making a block, and a long touchdown run.
The Falcons ready to kick it away. Spillers got a chance to return this one. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Saints offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go, and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points. Well, that'll make you feel a little better. Finally getting a first down. You're down big in the second half, and you're on the offensive side. Don't look for the quick score. Just look to pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
Breeze completion percentage, 60% on the day. First down at the 34. And incomplete. He was looking for Watson. At the 34, 66 yards from pay dirt. Second and 10. Looking across the middle. A nice grab. No doubt he was going to hold on to that one.
Well, the only people that can get open today are the short routes. The quarterback throws it short. They pick up a few yards. It gives them a manageable third down here.
Ingram lines up in the backfield. Third and short. Out to Watson. Picks up 8 here.
All you can do is your job, and that was a good job by the offense, picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown.
Pulls it in. A foot race to gonna take it home for the touchdown. They could have used a few more plays like that much earlier in this ball game. Where has that been all day long, Phil?
Well, listen, Jim, you see plays like that, and you see a drive where they score, and you go, why did they do that earlier? Well, the situation has changed dramatically. It's just not as important to the defense right now, and that's why they drove down the field and scored.
He's got a chance to return this one. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Falcons took care of business here today, Phil, and now you've got to think they just want to run the clock, avoid any injuries, and get to that locker room as quickly as possible to celebrate.
Yeah, no question about it. They won the battle here today. They wore out this defense. The offense was absolutely tremendous, and you're right. Don't make a mistake now like a penalty, whatever. Let the clock run out so you can celebrate.
With any running game, one of the keys is to be consistent, and that's what we've seen from this team 2 straight weeks.
That's right. You know, listen, I look at this offense and this running game. They have so many ways to get it done. And also, they have a running back who can go around you, and he's strong enough to run right over the top of you.
The Falcons come out. Jumbo package on the field. 2nd and 8. 2 hands on the football and has the catch. Ducks out of bounds.
There has been good pass protection for the quarterback all day long. He has not been sacked much, and he throws it there and gets another completion.
Stafford's now completed his last 7 passes. That's a gain of 8.
Well, that's just the right call to make. In this situation, just run the football. Don't try to be some genius and catch the defense off guard. Manage the clock and just get this game over with.
Falcons seem to have found a rhythm these last couple of weeks. Dominant a week ago, dominant today.
Yeah, their confidence level is high, and I'll tell you this, Jim, these players believe in one another, and it shows on the field.
Phil, we last saw an undefeated regular season out of the Patriots back in 2007, and now we have another one.
You know, Jim, we do. We saw that one, and it's amazing it's not talked about. We know why it's not ever talked about, because they did not win the Super Bowl. So if this team doesn't go on and win the Super Bowl, nobody's going to care. They're just going to say it was just another season where you lost before the Super Bowl was over.